Question 34. In India, which one of the following constitutional amendments was widely believed to be enacted to overcome the judicial interpretations of the fundamental rights? First Amendment, 42nd Amendment, 44th Amendment, 86th Amendment. These are the options. So it's a concept question from polity, but this is a tricky question, I would say, because question asks which of the amendments was widely believed to be enacted to overcome the judicial interpretation of the fundamental rights. So for that statement, even option A and option B fits. So if you look at the option A, I think most of the institutes would give option A as the correct answer, because first amendment was brought in to put some restriction to the right to property, and so that the government can carry out distribution of lands and land reforms. So to execute the land reforms, a right to property was a problem, and there was cases going on, and first amendment was partly brought in to address that issue. Then it also put some reasonable restriction to the freedom of speech and expression. That is how. So first amendment does fits right into the statements question statement given in the question. So but when you look at the 42nd amendment, it also gave parliament the power to amend the constitution without calling into judicial review. So it also gave importance to or priority to directive principles over the fundamental rights. So to execute to do some actions to give to enable the principles in the directive states directive principle of state policy, some fundamental rights can be overridden, is what 42nd amendment tried to establish. So even 42nd amendment somewhat fits the statement that it was enacted to overcome the judicial interpretation of the fundamental rights. So again, 42nd amendment is a huge amendment. It had a lot of provisions. So probably first amendment is the more appropriate answer here. But then 42nd amendment has also elements which fits the statement. So which is the correct one is a little bit ambiguous. Like the previous question I discussed, this question was also challenged in court after the prelims exam, saying there is some ambiguity and UPSC needs to bring clarity to this. So we have to wait till the UPSC official key to know which is the correct answer. Most probable answer will be A itself. And one more reason why I say A would be the most probable answer, because there was a news during our prelims preparation phase. I'll just show you the news. I have 1 second. So this is the news. It says First Amendment to the Constitution challenged. What happened in Supreme Court in 1950 that provoked Nehru to amend Article 19(2). So there was such a plea in Supreme Court challenging the First Amendment, and you can't read it, you need a subscription, but there was such a news which appeared on November 9, 2022 during our prelims preparation phase. This is probably what triggered this question, and that is why I say A is the most probable answer. But again, there is some ambiguity between A and B. So yeah, that is question 34. We'll move on to the next question.